One, two, three, test, test, test. One. What about now? One, two, three, oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Yes, again, it's just one of those things that being a new game, you're bound to have sort of the glitches, and yes, not having an activated microphone, let's put that down to one of those glitches, eh? Oh dear, oh dear. Here's me chatting away for the last, thankfully it's only been a minute or so, and basically I was thanking you guys for dropping into the chat, and I was giving you a shout out, and yeah, you weren't able to hear me at all. Oh, that is just sad. But I'll say, as I was saying before, and I'll say it again. Thank you guys. Dead Freak Show 509. How you doing? Glad to have your company. I was saying to Forefront, thanks for dropping by. Mr. Demon Waffles 09, good to have you back again. I know you've dropped by a couple of times in the past, so I certainly do appreciate you dropping by and looking at, well, watching me make an absolute fool of myself, basically. Look, thanks for letting me know that you couldn't hear me there, Mr. Demon Waffles, because as I was saying, this is the first time I've streamed 2018. Yeah. Dead Freak Show. Look, thank you very much, brother, for the sub. Now one of the cool kids by subscribing to this little corner of the interwebs. Thank you very much. I certainly do appreciate your sub there, a Dead Freak Show. It really does mean a lot. The Big Ox. How are we doing? Great to have your company. Now, if I've done this right, I should have green lights across the board. Hey, look at that. Anyone think I knew what I was doing? Jeez. Okay, so as I was saying, green lights across the board. I mean, there was only 2 pads and 2 calipers. I think we had a lot of those in stock. Now, this is one I haven't seen before. Well, obviously, you got a task bonus, but not a job bonus. I'm unsure of whether that's a time frame, rather, or what that is. If you can, if someone's a little bit more knowledgeable in how you're able to obtain that job bonus, then I'm all ears. Okay, so that's basically all we'll be doing for a little while. We've got to move this. How do we move it? Move car. Here we go. That'll do it. Over to the other lifter. And what's this one here? Trolling feels loose. Brake performance. I'll take that one as well. Mr. Demon Waffles, that's a very... Oh, that's an interesting car. We'll get to that a bit later on. That's a very good question there, Mr. Demon Waffles. You're saying that you play 2018 and the lag's so bad. You turn down the graphics and it's still lagging. Mine was very much the same, to be honest. Look, it's not too bad. It's reasonably responsive. Look, I'll press down the button now and there's probably a half a second delay. So, yeah, a little bit laggy. But I've got the setting at 1080 from memory. I'll have to go in and have a look in there. Okay, I'll see if I can do that now. Let's look at the settings. Now you're saying you've already done this, yeah? Change the settings. Video settings. Oh, there we go. Uh, 1776 by 1000. So that's what mine is at the moment. The screen resolution, at least. Graphics quality high. We might even drop the quality down to medium and see what that. And go back, continue, and where that changes the quality slightly. So we'll see how we go, Mr. Demon Waffles. You're saying that you got a bit of a lag there too. We'll see whether this helps at any. I've got a little bit of lag, as I said, but it's only about. Oh, it wouldn't be half a second. Oh, look, that feels a little bit better. Just gives a shout out in the chat box whether. Oh yeah. The Big Ox now is one of the cool kids by subbing to our corner of the internet. So look, thank you very much, the Big Ox 8508 for subbing to my little corner of the internet. Really do appreciate your support there, man. It is fantastic. So the Big Ox, shout out, high five to the Big Ox for subbing. Now this one's a little bit different. I haven't come across one of these before. Up until now they've all been brake shoes, brake calipers, that sort of thing. So inner tie rods, sway bar, front end link. So some of these are very, very similar to 2015. So I mean, that's the only comparison that I can make. Inner tie rods, so we've got inner and outers and a steering rack. So I pretty well know where most of those are. And we need to get the oil in the air. I'm using a laptop, so it's not the smartest move, says Mr. Demon Waffles. The Big Ox helping a fellow YouTuber. Yeah. Oh look, the Big Ox. If you're a YouTuber there, brother, and you know you enjoy your games, I have no issues whatsoever if you promote yourself in chat. Put your link down there. Tell me what content you do there, mate. I am very much for promoting each other. So to me, that's what it's all about: is promoting each other, developing a community of people that enjoy the same game, but not necessarily just enjoy games in general and enjoy hanging out. So, as I was saying, I have no dramas whatsoever. If you give yourself a bit of a plug. Why can't I click on that? Oh, I don't want that one. I want that one, yeah. Adam is here. Adam's in channel. Adam's in the house. High five to Adam. But as I was saying, that the Big Ox, if you're a content creator in some form or another, then yeah, just give yourself a plug in the chat there, man. More than happy for you to do that. Now, what can I get that steering rack out? I need to go underneath. Okay, well that's interesting. You didn't have to go underneath on 2015, but it looks like you do on this one. So who else we got there? Mr. Sievert Play. Great to have your company. I'm trying to keep half an eye on chat as well as trying to work out what I'm doing here in Car Mechanic, and like most things, I got no idea what I'm doing here in Car Mechanic, so bear with me. For your information, you unlock the barn finds around level 10. That is good to know. Thank you for that. I had no idea, to be blatantly honest. Let me get that steering rack out while I'm down this neck of the woods here. Now I should be able to take that out, yeah? Awesome. Level 10, so that would put me... Oh, goodness gracious, a long way away. I think I'm only on... Is that what that number 3 up the top means? I'm only on level number 3? I think that's what it means. Tie rod, steering rack. It's all down the front, isn't it? Sway bar front end link, which we got. A tie rod, 2 outers, and a steering rack. So that should be all of it. So we want a 65% repair value. Now, does this not have a repair station? Or does a repair station come in later on? If anyone can let me know in the comments section, I'm just looking for a repair table, but perhaps the repair table comes a bit later on. The Big Ox says he plays 2018 ATS, ETS 2, and some Farm Sim 17. Big Shadow, welcome aboard. Thanks for your company. The Big Ox, it comes at a later level. Okay, well, that's good to know. Yep. Again, still feeling my way around, and it's good to know that well, basically you guys care enough to respond and let me know that, you know, when these things come in. So, all right, I'm just so used to having a repair table available to me, but obviously haven't got it at the moment. So, parts. Now what did we say? 2 tie rods, 2 outers and an inner, wasn't it? If I go in tie up here, I should look, shouldn't I? Inventory. 2 outers and an inner. Two outers and an inner. Did I do that right? Oh, and a steering rack too, wasn't it? Let's go to inventory. And a steering rack. Yeah. Steering rack. $800. Expensive little critters, aren't they? Go to your toolbox and unlock stuff. Okay. Toolbox. Okay, so I've already unlocked a couple of things, as you can see, and my guess that this is what I'm looking for. At 947, you get another XP point, which allows you to upgrade a bit more, which was my guess. And that looks like that's going to be the next thing, is a repair table. Yep. Okay, so thanks, Mr. Demon Waffles is is all over it and letting me know what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. Now from here I should be able to put that steering rack in. Mount. Steering rack. One steering rack. Get in there. Car Mechanic Simulator 2015 lag. We'll do it. Mr. CViv player. Car Mechanic Simulator 2015 lag. What do I do when the game starts and I press new game and I stop? I haven't got any idea. If someone can chime in and help Mr. CVid out there, and that'd be fantastic. I don't know, to be honest. You've actually got me on that one. So those good people that are in chat, if you're able to help this fine gentleman out, that'd be awesome. Do I just do live streams? No. I also do party tricks, farm animals, and balloon tricks. No, I don't. Look, go and check out my channel if you like to check out mount part. Unmount. Over on my channel there's a whole bunch of gear. There's Car Mechanic 2015 restorations and repairs. There's water warships. There's Astroneer. If you want to see myself and Big Shadow making a fool of ourselves in Astroneer, there's a full series over there. And but yeah, that's pretty well my unmount. I don't want unmount. I want mount. Examine. I don't want examine. Why can't I put that in? What am I missing? Now we want a 65%, so inner side rod can go in. What was I saying? Oh, the other games that we play. Yes, so myself and Big Shadow make a fool of ourselves over on Astroneer. Well, perhaps not Big Shadow, but myself more than anything. But can I make you a balloon unicorn? Oh, of course I can. Well, where'd that come from there, Kevin? Or is that translated from Mr. CViv Plays? I would guess that comes from that that comment about your mother. It comes from Mr. CViv Plays, because that doesn't sound like you there, Kevin. Yeah, that's what I thought there, Kevin, because when I seen that comment I thought, hang on, that doesn't sound like Kevin at all. You know, I've seen you around a few times, and no, that doesn't sound like you, and it was certainly out of character. That's why I sort of looked at it and thought, okay, that's a bit weird. So, but no, thank you for translating, but I think people like that just want to be, you know, swear and curse at people, then, you know, they don't deserve to be translated, to be honest. What else we got over here? Sway bar. Did we end up buying one of those? No, we didn't. Sway bar, front end link A. Better go and get one of those. I think our parts ordering department needs to be looked at quite seriously. Sway bar. Yeah, that was an A, wasn't it? It was only 5 seconds ago. Let's have a look at the inventory. It was an A. I'll wait to get a tablet. A, one of those. Yeah, I'm just looking back at chat. Yeah, there, Kevin. Yeah, no, I totally understand there, mate. And thanks for translating. Yeah, if he wants to be nasty and say sort of nasty things like that, well, I wouldn't even bother about translating, to be honest. But thanks for the translation anyway. So I was going to say, you want to wash your hands if you get bleach on your hands there, mate. Mount. Sway bar. Front end link. Click on that to make it go. Big chat if you're still with us there, mate. I'm still getting used to these controllers, so I don't know how much of a how long it took you to get used to the controllers yourself, but obviously all this sort of pie chart configuration is all new. So again, we got job. Sorry, here's me pointing with my left hand as if you can see what I'm doing. Let's point with the mouse so everyone can see what you're doing. That'd be a great idea. Job bonus. I wonder how you... See, it's only just recently I've started getting these job bonuses in, whereas these task bonuses, I'd like to know sort of whether you get the job bonuses, whether it's a reward for doing it within a time frame or not. But we'll wait and see. But anyway, we've got green lights across the board. I don't think there's any other thing that we need to be looking at. Let's just click on things and see what it gives us. No. Compared to the minimum bonus 65%. Well, we knew that. No bonus, standard order. Money spent, bonus. Oh, we earned some cash, so that's a good thing. Getting even closer to the XP now. This is a nice looking beast. You know, shape wise it's probably seen better conditions. Let's move it back over to move car to the lifter. And let's brake pads, drums and calipers. Now brake pads, so it's got to be multiple. Brake drum, one of. Brake caliper, one of. Now one way of doing it, and I've seen Big Shadow do this himself, is examine each one and find out which one it actually needs to be. Whereas I might be a bit not as pedantic, and just rip the whole damn lot off. Brake pads come off, and the ventilator. Whoop, click on it. Then do that and then do that. Okay. Do I have any mods for the... I do not. No. No. And certainly if people continue to be, you know, not play nice, then we may need to look at what sort of modding we need to do for chat. But I mean, up until now, everyone's been very friendly and very helpful. If we're finding that people aren't being friendly and you know, nice to each other, then then we certainly may need to look at somebody mod the chat. It's hard to examine with those rims. Oh, okay, fair call. I am forgetting the star pattern. You're exactly right. Yes. Yes, you are right. Oh, come off. Okay, so that should be all of them? Question mark. So, how can you tell whether you found them all or not? I suppose it's listed here. What a stupid question. Yeah, good on you. Okay, drum pads, brake drums and a caliper. That's the button we wanted, wasn't it? Now, where's my computer to? Yep, I can do that. How does one set one as a moderator? Add moderator, there you go. Big Shadow, you have now been nominated as moderator. Return to menu. Continue. Now I've lost my train of thought. What does this car want? Pads, drums, caliper. Can you handle the power? I don't know. We'll wait and see. One more cylinder. So we want a 54%. I pull that up and then I write that down, and I'll probably still do that until you know, for quite some time, because it just saves me going back and forth looking that up. So brake shoe, or that's going to be fine. Either one of those. Brake drum. So what we might do after we finish this one is get a lot of that, some of those parts out of the inventory, because I know that the inventory is starting to build up a little bit. Part mount, ventilated. That can go in there, even though it looks a bit like crap. Caliper. Dead Freak Show, my internet took a crap, but he's back. Fantastic. Good that you're back. Welcome back. We are just plodding away, and those guys in chat are trying to teach me how to play this game. And Big Shadow's just trying to get used to the power of moderation. Now, brake pads. We need 2 more of those. So let's go into inventory. Get rid of brake pads. If I go brakes and get rid of some of this snot. No, you can't hold down. Like in 2015, you used to better hold shift down and just go click, 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 and then get rid of the crap that we don't want. But looks like you need to delete those one by one, which will get very old very quickly, to be honest. This game is easy, and it gets fun when you start restoring cars. Yes, I would have to agree with you there. I mean, it's so far so good. It's a nice little casual game that, you know, you're not, you know, where you can't look over to and talk to people in chat, and but still, in the same regard, still do things in games. Plus, you're anything like me, you do enjoy your coffee, so I do like to pause every now and again, lift up my coffee cup, and enjoy my coffee. Stealing stuff and buying stuff goes faster if you are selling stuff, and buying stuff goes faster if you click it and then press enter. Okay, I shall do that. Add. So we need calipers. Don't we not have any calipers? Let's go inventory, brake calipers. So we need 2 calipers. Where's our computer? Over this way. So let's go calipers. So what are you saying? If you caliper 2 of enter. Okay, I can get used to that. Caliper. Oh, sure, you want to install the brake caliper on the brake caliper cylinder. Well, yes, we are pretty sure we want to do that. One more cylinder. He's going to be fine. Brake shoe. He's going to be fine. Brake drum. We don't have. Do one of those. Back to the car and mount. Also, you don't have a welder and paint shop until the 3rd garage, and the dyno doesn't work. They removed it. For currently. No worries, a big ox. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. I presume that they were supposed to remove, say that they removed it completely. So you don't have a welder and paint shop until the 3rd garage, and the dyno doesn't work. Okay. Oh, good to know. Good to know. Car status. Green lights over here. I don't think there's any. I think we can just go finish order. Look at that. Oh, I think we've got another experience points, yeah? We have 2. Alrighty then. Dun dun dun. We now have a repair table. It's those small things in life that you just get a kick out of, isn't it? No items to work with. Inventory. Obviously these can't be repaired up. That's a cool looking workbench, I must admit. Not very practical in a workshop, or not in a garage, to be honest. A wooden workbench. I don't think a wooden workbench would last very long, would it? It looks more like a coffee table than a workbench. But anyway, enough of the what things look like. Let's go for another order. I read the newspaper that the timing should be replaced more frequently than recommended by the manufacturer. The oil too. Please check them out and change whatever is needed. Alright, well that sounds like an interesting one. We'll take that order too. And you can't use the car salon. Probably where you would pay to get the car de-rusted. And the racetrack was also broken. You don't know what you do with the racetrack and the car. I bet Big Shadow can tell me. Would they not be to test cars out? Like to find out what's wrong with them. Move car to the lifter. Let's have a look. No, I can't click on there. Junkyard, car auctions, racetrack. No, can't click any of those. We could take it over the test track. Let's rip it over to test track and see what we can find over there. See what it'll allow us to find over there. But I mean the parts were listed, so okay, so reasonably responsive. Whoops, look out. Look out. This could be ugly. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow. Made me spill my coffee then. Oh, getting us sideways too. Here we go. Brake test. Nailed it. The red double doors are the entry to the dyno. Okay, we'll have a look at the red double doors in a moment. Sway bar front end link is sexual intercourse, as well as the inner tie rods, outer tie rods, and the other sway bar. Okay, so that does give us a list of parts that need some loving. Now the red double doors, dun dun dun. Oh, okay, here we go. Red double doors. Ooh. Mmm. Shiny, new stuff. What can we click on any of this? What does this do? Hang on, path test. No car, there is no car to work on here. Okay, yeah, well, I know that bit. Oh. Better not fall down there. But no, there's too many OH&S rules in this garage, so no, we can't fall down there anyway. What does this do? Nothing? What about this pit? Yeah, well, we know that pit. Go away. Okay, so they all do the same thing. So certainly from a visual standpoint, very similar to 2015, but like an updated version, if you will. So we need to get electricians in. Fix that fluoro there. You've got a fluoro that's missing. Not bad, eh? Buy a brand new game and there's a friggin' fluoro missing. Oh, there's another one there. Ooh, great state of affairs, this place. Who's the Sparky? Can you change in some, coming in and change some fluoros for me? Those doors. So there's another shiny things that we can be working on. And racetrack to be added, says Big Shadow. Okay, so sway bar, front end link, 2 of those. Inner and outer. So what we might do, I could probably just about almost probably remember those. Parts. I. Inner. Outer. And sway bar A, 2 of those. Which side is our lifter? Actually, that would be quite handy, wouldn't it, to have your buttony pressy thing on both sides? One over here as well. Sure, that's the technical term for it, the button pressy thing. Okay. Oops. That's right. Wondering whether we can get to it without taking the... No. Couldn't remember whether you can get the outer tie rod off without getting the tyre off of it at all, but I couldn't actually remember. One tyre off. One outer tie rod. Now that sway bar there. And my guess would be the inner and outer tie rod on this other side. Just in comments, if someone wouldn't mind, just letting me know what a couple of things. One, what the game sounds like to you, whether it's too loud, too soft, and my audio. You know, the way I speak is, you know, is it too loud, too soft? Now that we've got the damn microphone working, I don't know whether you're around at that stage there, Big Shadow, but I actually started the stream and I was giving a shout out to a lot of people and saying thank you very much, and yes, guess what this little black duck did? I did a Big Shadow. No, I purposely left the microphone turned off. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. But yes, I did a Big Shadow. But yeah, very muted it was. But yes, but the good folks in chat nicely reminded me to that they weren't actually hearing what I was saying, which is probably a good thing sometimes at the end of the day. Which, select that part there. And yeah, I quickly rectified that. Silent movie, yeah, exactly right. I have been told that I've got a great voice for a silent movie. The game's a little loud for the mic. Oh, okay. Well, if there's if the game is a little bit loud, then let me know, and I'll see what I can do about it. Kevin's saying it's perfectly fine for him. Mr. Demon Wife was saying the game's a little bit loud. I mean, it might be just me. Perhaps I'm just too loud. You won't be the first person, and you won't be the last person to say that to me either, so I'm certainly not offended. That should be all of them. Repaired up to the 64%. Now, did we have any... We did have some bits and bobs in the inventory. I wonder whether any of it can be repaired. No, there are no items to work with. Okay, obviously it can't be repaired. So what do you normally do in this particular instance there? Well, for Kevin and Big Shadow, for the people that have played this before, you just simply sell off your snot. I wonder whether you can sell it by condition. Which is what I like to have things sorted by, because obviously if you sort by condition, then it'll have your lowest ones at the top. April, fantastic, well done. Thank you very much for dropping by. I appreciate your company and appreciate you dropping by and saying hello. We're just hanging out in Car Mechanic 2018, obviously, and those good people in chat are just teaching me how to play. Dead Freak Show saying yes, okay. Deleting we will go, deleting we will go. That might be as far as we go, because we'll delete stuff we need. Alrighty then. What do we need? Some more jobs, don't we? What was that one about the newspaper thingy? Copy car. The car filters need replacing. We'll take that order. Of 124 subs and only 10 watching, I need better subs. That's cool. I'm pretty casual. Move car to the lifter. Those who want to drop by. Drop by. Those who don't drop by, don't drop by. You know, brake problems, sloppy steering. Let's take that one as well. If you work on jobs, they have you work on the exhaust or the transmission. It's real easy. Oh, it's easy XP. Oh, with you now. It is a good channel. Oh, April, thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. One does try one's best, and one should stop referring to one as one. So how's the audio? Some of you were saying that it's a little bit loud, and others saying it was pretty good. So I haven't heard too many people complaining. So the audio must be okay. Insomnia, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Look, ladies and gentlemen from the stream and those who are in chat at the moment, go and check out this gentleman's channel. Links in the description. Does some awesome job over on his YouTube channel there. So Insomnia Redline, yep, his link is in the description. So we're looking at oil filter and an air filter for a V8 OHV. So oil filter V8 rather. So presume you would come over here and just write in oil, question mark. Oil filter V8 OHV. That was the right one, wasn't it? It was a black one. Would probably be easier if I just go over and pull it out. Oil filter at the bottom. I just realised you're streaming 2015, but you're streaming 2018. Yeah, this is 2018. Where the hell is this oil filter coming from? Aha. Oops. That button there. There we go. Winner winner chicken dinner. And what was the other one? Air filter. Oh, I know where that is. You know, being clever and stuff. The game you're streaming is 2015, but you're playing 2018. The game you're streaming is 2015. Did I put the wrong title up? You're talking about the thumbnail, I'm presuming? If I've put the wrong thumbnail up, then I do apologise. No, you're fine. It says 2018. Okay. Oh, you got me thinking there. Continue. Continue. Thank you. You're trying to confuse me, guys. Air filter. That's the other one we wanted. Okay, so normally they have an air filter case on the side, right down the corner here, but that'll be that one there. And air filter V8 OHVE. Okay. I know we don't have one of those, so we need to go to the computer over here. Air filter V8 OHVE. One of those. Put him in a round room and tell him to sit in a corner. Yes, give him 2 shovels and tell him to take his pick. Whoops. One of those. Cover back on. And we did buy the oil filter, didn't we? So we got oil filter for a V8, but did we buy one? We can check our inventory. We can get rid of that critter. What was it? Oil filter for a V8. We didn't end up buying one. Yeah, I must have had that left over from a previous build. So we want the yellow one. Oil filter for a V8, yellow one. Okay. Oil filter for a V8, yellow one of. Let's get that hood down and get the oil girl in the air. Now I'm just having a bit of a listen outside there. It sounds like there's a bit of a stormy weather coming in now. That wouldn't be too, I mean, it won't affect the audio at all, but we got a tendency of, you know, if it gets too stormy in this neck of the woods, the power goes out. So if everything drops out and it goes dark on you, and we stop streaming for some unbeknown reason, well, that's the reason why, is that we might have taken a lightning strike somewhere and the power's gone out. So just as a precaution there, just as a heads up. So is this what you normally do there, Big Shadows? Once you've finished a job, you go in and just cancel some of the crap that's laying around? Can you not make those jokes, please? Oh, okay. Oh, I must have missed something along the way. You must be talking about my my terrible jokes. Give car to the lifter. Should make a Let's Play series of Roblox. Oh, okay, Big Shadow, fair enough. I don't know what Roblox is, to be honest. Sway bar rear end link. Sway bar rear end link, yeah. Easy enough. Let's get the part off first, eh? Again, gone to the wrong side of the lifter. Should have a button on each side. Up further. Sway bar rear end link. So what do you reckon the chances are of getting the right side? Let's just guesstimate it. Sway bar rear end link. There it is there. Can I take that off without... No. No, I can't. Oh, okay, yeah, I just seen your link come through on Steam there. It's free, look it up, make an account. There's a bunch of games and tycoons on there. Okay, good to know. I shall look that up a little bit later. Speaking of Steam and Twitter and all the other social networks and outlets, what I generally do, guys, those who are in chat, those who are listening, I tend to send a tweet out before I go live. So if you're interested in knowing when I go live or when I do produce or release content, then there's always a tweet that's sent out. So if you want to be involved with that, then yeah, just hook us up on the ye old Twitter there, so that you'll you know well in advance on what's going on. So, and the other thing, the other notification I generally throw up too is, I mean, things like, I mean, just recently there's been a couple of IRL stuff that I had to take care of. So you know, I generally tweet out that, look, I'm not going to be online for a little while, I've got this to do, or you know, just keeps people up to date of what's going on the channel. So if you want to be involved with that, then yeah, same name, just a link. The link is in the description too, by the way. Sway by rear end link, aren't I? Sway. If I write in sway. If I write in sway. Thank you. Link A, I think it was. I've bought the wrong one, haven't I? I have. Sway bar rear end link. You idiot. Sway bar rear end link. Totally done that on purpose. Just to see if you were paying attention. You should start a stream group chat, so I actually know when you're starting a stream. Yeah, I could, but I find that Twitter's just as good. Hunter Roger Vlogs, thank you very much for your sub. Now one of the cool kids by subscribing. Thank you very much. Certainly do appreciate your support. Mounting part. We should be able to reach that little critter from here. We can. Now I think that's all we needed. I'm just gonna think. I said no, you can't for some reason, isn't he? No, I wouldn't have thought that, mate. Okay. Now, we might have had some parts that we should be able to repair. No, not as yet. Okay. Okay, so what we need to do is some more orders. Any particular orders that you found that are more advantageous there, Big Chat, or anyone in fact? Category Katamoto suspension rattling. Okay, we'll take that order just for giggles. Mason Video said, "Can I get a shout out in shout? Shout out in chat." Yes, you can certainly get a shout out in chat once I get my words and English to English properly. Move car to the left. Where, eh? We have two lifters. Move car. Oh, test path. Test path will help you examine the most. Well, that must have only just popped up, yeah? Because I've never not noticed that before. Mason Videos needs some shout out love in there. There's Big Shadow. Well, consider yourself shouted out. Dead Freak Show is back, and Mr. Demon Waffles is saying, "Hey, what's up?" So, no, it's good that you guys are getting along and chatting amongst yourselves. And that's what it's all about. Is as I said before, is creating a community that'll help each other out, and yeah, when we get stuck, generally someone will know something somewhere. Brake problems. Well, we've done plenty of brake problems. It's just my sloppy car time. We haven't done that one. Let's take that one. We'll take it all. Okay, so anyone got any pointers, any tips, any tricks that I'm missing? I should be clicking on. Something that I'm not doing that I should be doing. Overview car parts using this mode. Okay. Car status. So we got outer tie rod, sway bar, and a wheel hub. Okay, so wheel hub bearing. Wheel hub bearing. Oh, again, with the button on the wrong side. Here's a trick question. Can you jump higher than a skyscraper? Oh, that's a very good trick question. And don't upset the missus. Very good. Very good advice there, Big Shadow. Or was it on the other side? Maybe on this side, eh? Okay, so there's a sway bar. We can get him off. And we've got an outer tie rod too, I think that comes off as well. There he is there. Now, wasn't there an inner tie rod as well? Let's have a Captain Cook. Outer tie rod, sway bar, wheel hub bearing. It'll be these in here. How do you examine? Here we go. No. I can't see it on that one. Ran. I bet it's probably one of the back ones, is it? Examine. Paul, how you doing? Jerica Paul. Hopefully I've got that right. I do apologise if I've completely butchered that name. But I'm glad that you've popped into the chat and dropped by to see what we're actually doing over here. So thanks for dropping by. I certainly appreciate your support. Wheel hubcap. There's the bearing there, yeah. So if I go examine bearing. He's at 70%. What about the other one? Surely there's an easier way of doing this. I'm sure I'm doing this completely wrong. Here's a 79. What do we actually want? A 65, don't we? Oh, there he is in there. Wheel hub bearing 15%. Okay, so how do you get to the... No, don't tell me. I know this one. We want to go to unmount parts. You don't want to reveal your real name? Well, I don't blame you there, brother. But I will reveal my age and height. Reveal whatever you feel most comfortable about revealing. Wheel hub bearing. Aha. Wheel hub bearing one of... Look, I'm going to take 2 of those because they're not that dear and they're not going to go astray. Oops, what I should have done first, I'm wondering whether any of that can be repaired. No, it can't be. Forget I ever mentioned it then. And we want to go mount that part. Wheel hub bearing. Brand newy. Get in there. And it's just a matter of getting all these parts back in. We should just about square away this particular build, I would think. I'm 14 and I need to look at my learner's permit to see how tall I am. Oh, okay. Interesting to know. What I wouldn't give to be that age again. I'll give you the big tip. I'm sure Big Shadow would be with me on that one. Did I not get any tie rods? Mustn't have. Where? Over here. Tie rods. Adders, let's get a couple of those. I mean, we've got some cash laying around, so not going to hurt. I always think that you know, things like in and out of tie rods, rubber bushes, you know, things that you use regularly. Mount. Probably not. Doesn't hurt to have them sitting in your inventory. And sway bar. Hey. Mr. Dry Watermelon says, yeah, you're really tall for your age. Okay. Well, I'm really immature for my age. Does that count? And one of those. Hopefully we're able to get a bit later on, get a, you know, getting these nuts tightened up a little bit quicker. I know one of the first upgrades was, you know, 50% to the nut tightening speed, but whoops, go that one. Bearing, go back in there. There's a guy that's in your grade, he's 6'5", wow. Most of your friends are older and taller than them. Okay, we'll see you later. Thanks for dropping by. I certainly appreciate you dropping by and yeah, having a bit of a chat, hanging out with us for a little while. Certainly more than welcome to drop back anytime. Alrighty, we should have just about conquered that. Got green lights across the board. Total payment $98, so it's not a big order, that one. Let's see what this one here brings. Move car, assemble. Yeah, another location. Let's chuck it down the test path and see what that does. Right, I'll just. Well, there it is. There. It's a little bit different, obviously, to 2015, where you'd go over and click on the doors to the test path, and there's a transition to do it, and it actually brings you to the inside of the car. Now, I don't know whether do I need to go inside the car or do I need to press on one of these test paths. Are you sure you want to proceed with test path? Yes, I am. I'm not sure. Here we go. Here we go. Well, it sounds a bit sick. I presume it's not supposed to sound like that. Place the front wheels on the brake tester. Okay, moving forward. Press and hold brake. Okay, so same as 2015. Gives us a bit of a graph of how fantastic or how crap our brakes are. Place the rear wheels on the brake tester. Okay, well I can do that. But before you leave, you're going to sub. Oh, thank you very much for your sub. If you decide that you'd like to sub, then again, do appreciate your support to the channel. It means a lot that people enjoy the content that I create. It means all the work doesn't go to waste. Just measure yourself. You're 13, 6'1", and 115 pounds. Okay, good to know. Place the rear wheels on the suspension and wait. I'm happy to wait while it does what it needs to do for the suspension. Okay, test complete. Rear suspension arm is knackered. Small rubber bush is knackered. Rear shock absorber A is knackered. Okay, so good to know. It examined 57 parts and found 5 of them they were absolutely no good at all. Presume we just go close, yeah? How do we get out? We go climb out? No? Let's complete. Yeah, I know you complete. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Just had to press the escape button to actually get out. Now what? Do I just go back to the shop? Let's stay there. Do I need to click it to tell it go back to the shop? Move car, move to another location in the garage. That's what I want. Move it to the car lifter. Hey? Yeah, I worked it out all by myself and stuff. Close the doors. Don't want to run into those doors. I mean, how much of an OH&S problem is it? You come walking around the corner here with those doors open. Smack. Not a terribly clever design to the shop, but yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I can see a number of people just walking around this corner here and with those doors open, just end up with a black eye. Let's see what we've got here. Whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so inner, outer, and steering rack. Okay, let's start with the simple stuff. Again, with the button on the wrong side. Okay, so we now need to take the inner and outer tie rods off because we need to get to that steering rack. So that's that side. Do the same on this side. Now I know we've got a spare inner and outer tie rods, but we haven't got a spare. Come on. Thank you. We haven't got a spare steering rack, so I might grab a... oh, I might be able to repair it, you know. No, there's no items to repair with. What's the use of having a repair table if you can't repair things? Or do you have to research it? Let's see, what do we got here? We've got one upgrade point that we can use somewhere. You got to pick up Little Shadow from school. Yeah, no worries at all, Big Shadow. Appreciate you dropping by there, man. Yeah, say good day to Little Shadow for me. You need to research repair levels. Yep, not a problem at all. I'm just looking at that now. Successful repair chance raised to 55%. It's on that one there. Tire tread tester. Unlock tire tread tester. With this tool you can discover tire conditions. You can use it through pie menu while on the parts overview. Level 1 there, educated instantly examine 3 parts when first time seeing a car or a tablet. I'm always always lean towards a tablet, to be honest. It gives you access to the shop anywhere in your garage. You can use it through pie menu or by clicking T. Now I was actually going to go for the tablet because of the you know, saves you walking back and forth. Successful repair chance. Wondering whether you... Oh, you can actually come back and research. Right, with you now. You can come back and research. You don't have to go down one line per se. You can... Right. Oh, there's a metric shit ton of stuff you can research too, isn't there? So if I take the tablet now, and then perhaps on the next one is take a higher success rate of the repair table. I mean, these are handy, would be handy too, to have a 5% discount in the shops, but I'm gonna go with a tablet. Unlock. Yep. So if I come down to, say, here, ta-da, or I can just go T for tablet. Yeah. And that's what I'd be used to, is just simply T for tablet, because that's what we were using in 2015. Now I was going to clear out some of this inventory last time, wasn't I? Now I need steering rack, wasn't it? Steering rack, one of those. So let's get that steering rack, inner and outer tie rods smashed away. Should be easy enough done. Brand new one of those. Now I reckon once we've excuse me, once we've done that, whoops, once we've done that, we might be able to clear out some of the rubbish that's in there, starting to build up in the inventory there. Outer tie rods. Now what was the repair value for this one? What's that? 56. So we can do a 64. Pop the tire on. We're now finished with that. That's an interesting question. What do you do if you need to remove someone from your life, but if you just straight up unfriend them from everything, they will come and hunt you down and murder you? Don't know, mate. I've not had a serial killer as a friend, so That's a good question. So I can't answer you on that one. My recommendation is don't get involved with serial killers. In a tie rod. Can I jump over to... No, I need to escape out and then go into tablet. Tie rod. Inner. One of. Inner. Outer. And Mr. Demon Waffle says change your ID. Oh, that'll work. I still reckon, yeah. Don't hang around with axe-wielding homicidal maniacs would be a good idea. If they're going to hunt down and murder you. Yeah, never a good start. Okay, so we've got green lights across the board on sloppy car steering. Now to find and fix any running gear problems. Rear suspension arm, wheel hub bearing, rear axle, small rubber bushings, rear. Okay, so we've got a lot of snot down the back end. April, welcome back. I wonder whether we can go examine. Okay, so we got a lot of ugly looking parts here. Okay, well we'll just have to take it off. Taking gear off. I wonder if they're going to introduce the strippers like they did in 2015. Talking about taking gear off. We've got to get rid of that so we can get to some of this other stuff, don't we? Examination mode. That rear suspension arm A, so we need to take the spring components off as well, don't we? Now, small rubber bushing, that one there. Is that the one that's naked? Inventory. By condition, so small rubber bushing, that's the one that we were looking for, but we know that it's no good at all. A bearing, we will hub, and we'll take everything out and see what can be see what can be repaired. Well, this is new. I reckon this is a totally different design to 2015. This knuckle housing A. That rubber bushing over there doesn't look too healthy either. 66, and we want 56, so he can actually go back in. Now, will it tell us that we've found everything? Let's see whether we can repair to any of this. Oh, look at this. Okay, so we want a 56, don't we? So that doesn't need any love. That doesn't need any love. We might be best to leave that alone, don't we? just in case we break it. You're going to play some TNT Rush and watch stream at the same time. Awesome. Sounds like a good plan. Why the hell not? Inventory. Rear axle knuckle housing A. Rear axle knuckle housing A. Three. Now the upper suspension arm. Okay, so this is interesting. I've not seen. What does this mean? Rubber bushes 76. Small is 65. Are you sure you want to install rear suspension arm and rubber bushings with those values which exceed 56? So yes, I am in fact happy to put those in like that. Pretty cool that they amalgamate or put those parts together. Sway bar, rear end link. I don't think I've got any of those. Do. It's joining the parts together. Yeah, I've not seen this before, to be honest, which is pretty cool. 60%, that's fine. Two small rubbers. I mean, when you think about it, it makes sense, doesn't it? We need rear shock absorber A. Where are you? Rear shock absorber A. Those. Rear suspension arm, I'm pretty sure we don't have any of those. We do not. Rear suspension arm. Rear suspension arm, one of those. Now there's also a rubber bushing at the end of this arm, isn't there? Rubber bushing. And he is naked, so we might get a few of those rubber bushings while we're here, because it looks like we're starting to use some of those rubber bushings. Let's get that many of those. Wheel hub bearing at 69%. Certainly exceeds what we need to do at the moment. We're looking at a 56% repair value. Good. Your original account that wouldn't let me play games was in 2010. Okay. Hub bearing. Cap. we should be getting very, very close. Once we've finished that, we should be able to get rid of some of the snot that's in the inventory. Let's have a look. Car status. Find and fix running gear problems. Rear suspension arm A. Down on the other side. Rear suspension arm. Rear suspension arm A. Have I missed one? Up mount. There we go. That makes sense. Small rubbers, so we might as well get half a dozen of the small ones too while we're here. Small rubber. Rear suspension arm, we haven't purchased that yet. Rear suspension arm A, wasn't it? Rear suspension arm A. Well, there's no point getting spare ones of those because it's only every now and again that we need to do those. So, one rear suspension arm and spring cap, that type of thing. Yep, here we go. And spring cap. Oh, spring and then spring cap rather. You knew what I was talking about. Okay, so green lights. Oh, nice little payout there. $3 grand. Nice payout. Okay, so let's see whether there's anything that we can. Where there's nothing that we can fix out. Okay, let's go to our inventory and sort by condition. And let's get rid of some of this rubbish that's laying around. Always good to have a bit of a clean up after a few jobs. Groups. I wonder what this groups is. I mean, I've seen all these before, but I don't know what group. Anyway. Okay, any suggestions of did you find out the account under my email? Oh, okay, yep, fair enough. You guys are chatting to yourself, fantastic. And that's what I'd like to see really is you guys are getting along, having a good time, chatting amongst yourselves. If you got questions, then generally there's someone that can help you out. What do I want to go? Toolbox. No, still haven't got a. Looks like it comes in at 6, 7, another 200 odd points by the looks of it. Okay, well we'll continue on. Blaze away. Orders. I read the newspaper that timing should be replaced more frequently than recommended by the manufacturer. The oil too. Please check them out and change whatever is needed. Where's that to? This one? No? Which one was it? No bonus. Brake system need fixing. We've done plenty of brakes. Oh, why not? I might as well take it. Money's money at the end of the day. Move this to the move car. F to A. First path. You'll join your game. Okay, so you just want to join each other in the game. That's awesome. Why was it taken down? Not too sure. Not too sure. Okay, so we might be better off taking it to the test path now that we have that option. Where's that door that we're going to smack our nose in every time we walk around the corner? Here we go. Open the door and crank it down the test path. I don't know whether it's just me or is it every time we put a car in the test path it sounds as sick as fuck. Perhaps it's just me. Press and hold brakes. So again, very, very similar to what we've had previously in 2015. Just a matter of bringing your car along and getting the brakes and the suspension tested out, and of course it'll give you an examination report when you get to the end of it. The graphics are a little bit different. You got to physically walk into the room and hop in the car, but that's fine, which is pretty good. Okay, calipers, and that's it. Okay, examined 57 parts and it found one part that was knackered. Right. Okay, so how do we get out again? Click, do we? No, escape. Aha. And the door closed by itself. Now we've got to move the car, don't we? Move car to the lifter. Yeah, quite looking forward to the day that we're able to do restorations as opposed to these. I mean, the repairs are fun and all. Don't get me wrong, and it enables us to build up our XP this early stage in the game. But yeah, still haven't got any more available skill points. But enables us to build up our XP this early in the game, but I won't say it becomes monotonous. I mean, it's a bit of a grind, but I suppose that's really what the game's all about, and grinding your way through. Brake caliper, brake pads. Now I think we've got some of those in spares, so. Where's our uppy button? On this side, isn't it? So what do we say it was? Calipers and pads. Well, that caliper there doesn't look too healthy through the tyre there, so you can rip that tyre off fairly quickly and get to that caliper. I'm guaranteeing that the caliper and the brakes is not going to be on the same tyre at all. So. Brake pad. I should know. I should get rid of that first, like that, and then find out what our repair value. 60% is our magic number. Should actually find that before I start tearing shit apart, shouldn't I? So that pad is fine. That caliper is not. Now, I'm wondering whether we can repair it. No. Okay. Let's go brakes. Do I gotta get rid of that, do I? Why won't it come up with brakes? Or does it just need a little bit of time? It does need a little bit of time to catch up. Okay. Calipers. Look, let's go. They are not going to go astray, so buy a heap of those. Let's go another 4 of pads. They don't go astray. The rest of them we can come back to, yeah? Mount. These all have to be brand newies. You're playing on Kevin Coates' account. Yeah, I want to join. So what game are you talking about there? Oh, okay, Roblox. Right, fair enough. And that exceeds our repair value, so he can go back on too. Of course, you can go in multiple different directions on this one, whether to repair each wheel as you go along, or take them all off and then repair them. Whatever blows your hair back, really. Roblox, yeah, that's what I thought there. Mr. Demon Waffles, yep. Examine mode. Brake shoes. Brake pads. Pads, you can have a 73% on there. Brake calipers, he'll be a okay, so that's that one. What do we? I wonder if there's any over here. Or have we done that? No, we've fixed it already. There's no point taking them off if we fixed it already. Brake problems, brake calipers and brake pads were taken care of. 154 bucks. You're out of here. Let's see what we've got laying in our inventory. Okay, rubbish, rubbish, and we'll keep those. Okay, next. Move you. What's the matter with the oil filter? And change oil. Okay, simple as. We don't need to run it through the test pass or anything. Which is good. So we'll move it to the lift. Move car to the lifter. Yep. And what was it? Oil filter and oil, yeah? Oil filter, so an I for oil filter. Say that really quickly. Oil. An I for oil filter. I for. One of those. Okay, let's get it up in the air. Get the oil filter on and get the oil in. And we will be done and dusted on this one. Yeah, well, that lifter sounds like it could do with a bit of a lube up too. Something that penetrates and lubricates just to oil him up. Oil filter, come off with. Thank you. Oh, we already had one. There you go. Let's use a 70%er. We don't have to use a brand new one where we don't have to, or we don't need to. I don't think we need to. No, we only wanted a magic number being 52, so we just drain the old oil. Now, drain the old oil. Now, we've got a new drain dooflicky, oil drain dooflicky. Move equipment to lifter A. Okay, so in the old game you may or may not recall, you need to have carried that over and put that in the quite specific spot, otherwise you wouldn't catch the oil and you still get penalised $100. The new system here, you just tell it to go over and use equipment and the oil comes out and it gets caught. It's a lot better. Use equipment, I've already done that. Move equipment. Place equipment back. Look at that. Fantastic. Okay, so that's the old oil dropped out. We just need to put in the new oil, and this hunk of snot will be finished with. Oil plug. Now this always gets me. Do you just keep filling it up until it overflows, which I tend to do, but a lot of people will stop, escape out, and then try to find the dipstick. Wherever the damn thing is, and you know, physically look at the oil level. So did it there? No. Anyway. When you're trying to find... Oh, there it is there. Why can't I reach out and touch that? There it is. Look at that, spot on. 2/3 full. But as I was saying, it's saying some people like checking the oil manually, where I just prefer to fill the damn thing up until it overflows. Now whether that's right or wrong, I don't know, but I suppose that's the beauty about this game. You can play it however you feel like playing it. Air filter I4B or air filter 14B. Now, does that come straight off? No. Now this is the first time I've seen an air filter that they actually screwed on, which is interesting. Then normally they just have clips on. What do you call it? A air filter I4B. Air filter for an I4B. Air filter I4 or 14B. Either way, we'll have one of those. And can get that smashed straight back in. Part. Brand newy. Cover can go straight back on. And then that cover can be bolted down. Again, this is the first cover I've seen that it bolts down. Normally they've got those little pesky little clips. I'm glad they went to bolts and not those clips, because those clips do your head in after a while. And we should be finished. We do haven't finished. Now let's see what we have in the inventory. Any snot we can get rid of? Yes, there is. Get rid of him. Oops, wrong button. Get rid of him and keep the rest. Okie dokie. And let's see if we can find something that's a bit more. What have we got here? Timing needs replacing. Now that sounds like a big job. We're going to take that little critter and move car. Well, we won't need a test path because it's actually the timing that's the problem there. Brake systems, no, general running gear, control, brake system, floppy. I tell you what, don't know whether I'm a big fan of this timing. Why they've structured this, you know, before you can, those particular jobs will stay there until you decide whether you do or don't want them. Fix suspension, clunks and rattles. I'll take that one. Look, it is what it is, but I don't know whether I'm a big fan of it. to be honest. Oh, we have another upgrade point. Hurrah! What are we thinking? Unlock tyre tread tester. With this tool you can discover tyres condition. You can also use it through your pie menu while in parts overview. Unlocks the OBD scanner. We're going to examine a lot of electronic computer connected parts not working in older cars. Can be used through your pie menu while in parts overview. Electronic meter. These are very similar. Look, or they appear to be very similar to 2015. Yeah, look. I always say that in 2015 I never used the OBS or the electronic meter that much. Faster, 100% faster screwing and unscrewing. Well, I'll definitely want that. I'm wondering why I can't. Perhaps it's got to be. Does it need to be joined? I'll take that. Unlock upgrade. No. Do I need to? Excuse me. Do I need to take that one to get that one? Is that how it works? Instantly examine 3 parts when instantly examine 3 parts when first time seeing a car. Look, I'm leaning towards taking that so that I'm able to get the faster screwing and unscrewing, because I think that'd be quite advantageous. Need to be level 7, it says at the bottom. Ah, yep, see what you're saying. Yep. So, so I can actually retain that. Okay. So I might retain that until till level 7. Which is, I mean, it's not that far away, really. Actually, Addicted Gamer, I apologise there, mate. I didn't see you come into chat, so welcome to the chat. Welcome to our little neck of the internet. Yeah, great to have you on board, and thanks for your input. I still learning the idiosyncrasies of 2018, to be honest. So thank you for your feedback, Addicted Gamer. It's great to have you on board once again. Actually, I think you come in a couple of streams ago, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I reckon that's what I'll do is wait until that level 7 and then bring in the 100% screwing and unscrewing, because that would be rather advantageous, I think. Now this was the biggie. Timing needs replacing, so we've got water pump, belt tensioner, and timing belt. Okay, so what we should be looking at first of all, what's our magic number? It is in fact 55% this time around. So as long as our parts either meet or exceed that 55%. So water pump belt tensioner, so that's obviously down this side. So we'll get some of these belts off. No, that one. You just subbed. Wow, thank you very much, Addicted Gamer. I do appreciate it. I appreciate your support, and I appreciate your popping by. So it is really awesome that you decided that you wanted to do that and support the channel and support what we do here. So yeah, thanks again. I'll say it again. I have said it earlier on today, but I'll say it again for those who haven't been with us for that long or just joined in chat, that if you do create some sort of content, whether it's on the YouTubes or Snapchat or look, whatever your content is, whether it's Twitch, Twitter, whatever it is, just chuck it in the chat there. I don't mind people promoting themselves at all. Just to let people know that what sort of content you create and where to find it. So if you are a car mechanic creator, then chuck it in the chat as well. Or if there's other games that you're into, then yeah, whack that down as well. They're still fixing the bugs in the game, but you still enjoy playing it, says Hot Rod. Well, that's very true there, Hot Rod, and welcome to the chat. Water pump I4 is one of them we need, so let's get a water pump for an I4, wasn't it? An I4 water pump. Winner chicken dinner. Now, I used to be able to bounce back and get rid of that. Timing belt I4. Timing belt I4 SOHC. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Juan, how you doing there? Great to have you back. Hey, so why long to get started? Long story, to be honest. Look, between sort of a couple of things, I presume you're talking about how long, why it took me so long to get some live streaming on 2018. I'm presuming that you're talking about there, one. Look, a couple of things going on IRL, and then with work and because I work shift work, had to obviously take precedence. So look, it wasn't ideal. That's why it was certainly better for me had they'd released the game on their release date, and I would have been able to stream it straight away. But look, I couldn't, and I just had to go off and do what I had to do in regards to IRL stuff, and then come back to it. So unfortunately, I didn't get to get on the hype train when it first came out. Again, it is what it is. Belt tensioner. But at the end of the day, at least I was able to eventually get here and get into it and start enjoying it. Yeah, I know, right? Thank you very much. I'm with you on that one. Yeah. Yeah, RL stuff certainly gets in the way of the stuff that we enjoy doing, and that's basically playing games and hanging out. But at the end of the day, look, if we didn't have stuff to do there, we probably wouldn't be able to. Probably wouldn't A, have the time, B, have the patience, and C, have the money to do these sort of things. So it's a necessary evil, unfortunately. You're already level 50. Wow, that's either some serious mileage or some serious cheat codes. Level 60. Yeah, look, if people want to use cheat codes and to get to their levels, well, knock yourself out. But yeah, look, perhaps I'm a purist. Perhaps I you know, got a love-hate relationship with the grind. Perhaps I just like playing the game for what how it's meant to be played. I don't know. Perhaps I'm just I just don't like I don't like using cheats. That's the main thing. So whether it's a money cheat or you know, XP cheat. I mean, guaranteed as soon as the game's released, someone's going to have cheat codes for that particular game. So look, if people want to use those, well, you go right ahead. I'm not going to judge people who want to do that, but it's just not for me. Never in 25 years. No, I'm with you there, brother. I've been gaming for, you know, well, a little bit longer than that, but I'm with you on that one. I've not. Where am I going here? Left to right. I'm not one for using cheat codes, so you either play the game the way it's supposed to be played or not at all. But you know, some people are different. A lot of work that needs brakes done. Sloppy car steering, fine and fix running gear problems. We'll take that one as well. Utterly defeats the entire purpose. Yeah, exactly. I'm with you on that one. Wooden spoon. Wooden spoons in the house. High five to wooden spoon. Cheating in this game takes some of the fun out of it. So I don't use cheats on this game. No, I'm with you. Yeah, I just explained the whole thing about the cheats there, and so yeah, I'm not a big fan. But if someone else wants to cheat or use cheats, I'm not going to judge. It's not for me, but it might be for someone else. Have they fixed the bugs? Says a wooden spoon. Look, guys, if you want to see some decent gameplay and watch someone who knows what they're doing, you want to pop over to the Wooden Spoons channel and watch him embarrass him. I mean, watch him do what he does over on his. I'm only giving you a hard time there, Wooden Spoon. The only thing is, you'd like to use the mods to change the name of the cars. Oh, okay, fair enough. Fix some and made some more. Says one. Look, I didn't think it was too buggy. Little bit look, let me just escape out of that. Little bit laggy. Look, I'll just move from left to right. It's not as probably quite as responsive as I would have liked. But look, I don't know whether that's a. Can you drain the ore? Yeah, I can. I don't know whether that's a me thing on my end or whether that's a game thing. To be honest, I've changed the quality settings a little bit in game. To try to compensate that, but it's just a little bit of lag that I'm just getting used to. Fix suspension clunks and rattles. Okay, that's quite a technical term for those who are in the trade. Clunks and rattles. At 45% now. I'm wondering whether we're able to take that over to the move car to the test path. Test path over here, double doors. You almost want a squeaky noise for that when that door opens up. I wonder if we can squeeze through. We can squeeze through. Look at that. The oil drain plug wouldn't work for you either. Oh, okay. No, I've not had any problems. I've drawn the oil a couple of times and not have any problems. So do I need to close the door? Go. Start. 5. Normal. Start. Come on, girl. Turn over. Normal, start, drive. No, I don't want to do that. I to... Why can't I run that through the test path? Do I need to tell it to go in the test path? Are you sure you want to proceed? Yeah, well, I am sure I want to proceed in the test path. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting here in the test path to try to test it. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Yeah, exactly right there. One is that it's a little bit different to 2015 in regards to draining the oil. Think about what you're doing here. Got to press the right button. I'll do that in a minute, in a moment, just to show you the wooden spoon. If you're unsure, you saw someone actually unscrew the plug. That's interesting because I didn't think you need to unscrew the plug this time. Let me just get through this. Okay, front absorber, rear shock absorber, so the shockies are routed basically. Okay, let's move the car back to the garage, back to A-lifter. Make sure we close the door behind us. Car on the air. And we'll just... Come on. Up you go. We'll just test that out. Now, first of all, what we'll do is try to find the sump plug and unscrew it. Or is it on the side? Ugh, come back. That's the oil pan, obviously. Now, if I take the bolts out of the oil pan, obviously the oil is just going to spill on the ground, so we don't want... There's a plug there. No, we don't want to do that. It actually won't allow me to unplug that oil plug there. Which is what you would normally do in 2015, yeah? In this one, oil drain, move equipment. So you move the oil thing underneath it, and then actually click on the oil drain and tell it to use. And it automatically... Where are we? See, oil comes out automatically. You don't need to pull the plug out. By clicking on the used, clicking on the drain and tell it to use, then the oil drops out. Can you remove it once the oil is drained? Well, let's check that out. Oil drain, we're finished with that, so we tell it to go away. Place the equipment back where it belongs, and it goes back over in the corner here. Let's see if we can't take that plug out now that the oil's been drained out. Where did we say the plug was? Around the side here. No, it doesn't look like it. By clicking on it, I mean, I'm able to take the screws out, which we don't want to, obviously, but it doesn't allow me to take that plug out. So looks like they've taken that graphic or that function out of the game entirely. Now I've got to remember to put some oil in it, don't I? Front. Yeah, well, that's very true, Addicted Gamer. It looks like they've taken that feature completely out. Now, did I find out what our magic number is? 45%. I did write that down. Okay, so I need to continue on, take some snot out, don't I? Salmon. Okay, so we've got shockies there. And shockies on the other side. Okay, well let's start with that then. Part mount, pump unmount. Sway bar, isn't it? Sway bar, then shockies. I should know that one now. Then cap. No. Okay, that's interesting. Now that the shocky comes out, I'm liking this. The shocky comes out with the cap and the spring already attached. That's cool. I like that. Addicted Gamer, no problems at all. Thanks for dropping by. Again, appreciate your company, and yeah, hopefully we'll catch up with you some other time. So yeah, thanks again for your company, Addicted Gamer. You asked the strangest questions there, Kevin. You have to disassemble and assemble it. Okay. Presuming you're talking about the shockies. So we'll take both those shockies out. And looks like the shockies down the back there are also knackered too, so examination. Leave those alone. Let's go down the back here and take those other shockies out as well. We should be able to get to those. Can I get to those without? Yes, I can. One shocky there. Do I speak Russia? No. No, sorry, I do not. Hardly speak English, to be honest. we speak Australian. On the spring puller. Okay, well, let's have a look at that in a sec. Alright, spring puller. Spring puller, hang on, what's that thing? Oh, here we go, spring puller. What do we do here? Separate parts, join parts, separating. Oh, okay. So we're looking at 45%, so... Front shock absorber cap, front spring, okay. Are you sure you want to separate front and absorber? Yes, we are. Take parts. Okay, so if I've taken those parts and check in the inventory, front shock absorber. So if I buy a front shock absorber, front shock absorber there. Front shock absorber, get rid of that. I should be able to put it back together. What does one said on the spring puller? Once separated, you can you can fix the bits. Whoops. I just sold it. We might be able to fix another one in a minute. Okay, so front shock absorber. That's fine. Do I click on that? Yep. That's fine. Are you sure you want to install those bits? Yes, I am. How do you know when it's finished? Take parts. Okay, so separate parts for well, that actually exceeds required 45%, so why would I do anything to that one? I would just leave that one alone, yeah? Join parts, rear shock absorber. Wonder if we can fix the rear shock absorber A. There's no items to work with. Okay. Well, you wouldn't use a, you know, the dead shock absorber A. One separating fixed bits. Okay. Oh, I understand what it's saying now. I couldn't work out what this groups means, but group of parts. That makes sense now. So obviously the tyre and rims go together. That makes sense. And your shock absorber goes together. That makes sense. So that's 44. So we do have a front shock absorber that doesn't meet 45%. So that one there. So we want to pull that apart and fix it, yeah? Do you want to separate? Yes, I do. One separating fix the bits. You need to buy another. And those don't need it. Okay. Now I need to take the part off of these, don't I? Take parts off of the spring. Yep. Let's see whether we can fix it. No, we can't. So then we need to, like one was saying, is that we need to purchase brand new parts. So a front shock absorber is, that's 56, that's 64. So front shock absorber is the only one we need. Front shock absorber. Over to our inventory. Let's get rid of that, and we should be able to combine join parts. Here we go. Front shock absorber with spring with cap, combine. Don't need to do the rears. Okay, good to know. And take parts from. Okay, so I can put the rears back on. Here's a 55%. Rear shock absorber A. So we just need a rear one. Front and a. Although before we go down that road, let's see whether we can repair it. No. Computer says no. Tablet. Rear shock absorber A? Was it an A? Rear shock absorber A. One of those. Kevin is now playing Car Mechanic 2018. Fantastic. absorber A. Yeah, you're right. It looks like you don't need to do anything. But I mean, besides buy brand new parts, of course. Mount. You need to be over here to mount. Brand new part. They look all fine. Oops, where are we going? This way, aren't we? Come on, play nice. And mounting. Yeah, I do quite like that idea of pulling those parts apart. And I mean, the old way, you'd probably recall you'd able to get the shock absorber out now, and the spring cap basically just sits there in mid-air. So never a wasn't very realistic, was it? You accidentally clicked on start new game and then click cancel. Now it won't let you select anything. Task manager to the rescue. Yes, believe you me, I used task managers quite a number of times to get this game up and running. Believe you me, it was almost to a point where I was thinking, well, do I continue on? And I mean, I really wanted to start getting into this game, of course, but it was just doing me head in to begin with. What am I missing? Sway bar? Sway bar front end link. I don't think I bought one. I did not. Sway bar A's. Sway bar A's. Let's get a couple of those. We've got $7 grand in the bank, so a couple of those. Let's get a couple of B's while we're here. Okay. We should get to be pretty close to getting this particular job done. We're sneaking up in XP, which is nice. You're going to go and see if you can find some food, Kevin. That's not a bad idea. To be blatantly honest, I'm not that far away myself. Getting a little bit peckish myself. Fix suspension clunks and rattles. Okay, so we've got a fair chunk of suspension parts we haven't found as yet. Dun dun dun. Now we only want a 45%, so I think we might be better off coming down the rear end here and let's do some examination. Oh, there we go. There's one of them there. Part unmount. I'll take that one. No. Alright. Sounds like we need to take this wheel back off. Yeah, well that's very true there, one. You can click on the stars and the parts will be outlined. That's if it's got a star next to it, of course. Actually, just coincidentally, the rear shock absorber cap was the only one that got a star next to it. There's still, what, 1, 2, 3 parts not discovered. That doesn't give us this star option, so we'll put that cap back on so we've got a green light there, and we'll go searching for the others, eh? Rear shock absorber cap, so let's escape out of that. Rear shock absorber cap, rear shock absorber cap, one of those. And there's your blue line that you spoke about. Mount the part. Brand newy. Get rid of that just so it's not a nuisance. So we've still got 3 parts that still yet to be discovered. Examination. The test track, that's good thinking. This is main M3. Okay. Well, that's a very good idea. We'll take the main M3 out to the test track and see whether we can. Okay. Or we could put the oil in the main M3 before we go to the test track. Okay, let's find the oil and whack some oil in. Oops, that one there we want. Once that oil is in, we're able to get off the test track, and as you're saying is that the test track should find the parts that we're looking for. Test track, main M3. Look at that. And what I will say, these loading screens are fantastic. Compared to 2015, these loading screens are a lot better, aren't they? Good brakes. Let's see what the steering's like. Oh, look, I've had worse. Bit of oversteer there. Oop. Oh, get around the corner there. Whoop, nearly hit that concrete pylon. This is where it gets bumpy. Oop, I meant to do that. Yeah, sorry love, that dent was already there. Boink. Okay, see what it comes up with. Besides more dents. Glad it's not my vehicle. But again, these loading screens, as you can see, are certainly a lot better than it used to be, which is a great idea. Wheel hub bearings and a front drive shaft. Well, there you go. So wheel hub bearing, front drive shaft. Let's go and have a look at that. Front drive shaft. Front drive shaft. You should be able to take that out. No, this tire's got to come off. I think. No, it doesn't. Front drive shaft. Depends on your resolution. Turn it right up and they take a lot longer. Yeah. We want to go to examine. Yeah, so that's got to come out. Get that out from there. I should be able to take. Whoops. Not that one. That one. There we go. Front drive shaft, wheel hub bearing, wheel hub bearing. Wheel hub bearing. Or is that down the back? Link down the back quickly. Not going to show me, is it? Oh, that's a good thinking. Star them. Now that we've found them, we can go... I always forget about using these stars, to be honest. Wheel hub bearings. Oh, one over that side, one over that side. He is a genius. There's one of them. And I think we had another one down this end. No, on the other side. Over on the other side. You're absolutely right, he is a genius. I would have taken me an absolute ages to find the damn thing had you not mentioned that. So thank you. Wheel hub bearing. That should be the lot of them. Let's have a look. Wheel hub bearing. So we want 2 wheel hub bearings. Let's get those now. Wheel hub bearing. Let's get a couple more. And what was the other thing? Drive shaft, wasn't it? Front drive shaft, yep. Front. Front drive shaft, just a standard front drive shaft. It is, there it is there. By condition, where are we? Front drive shaft. Just a standard front drive shaft. One of those. Okay. Rhombus, welcome back. Glad to have you back on board there. Have they fixed the wheel machines as it was bugged yesterday? Look, it was working for me today. I changed a number of wheels out this morning. One saying it's worked for him today as well. So, yep. So it must be fixed. New drive shaft there. Partner mount. Go away. Just Wednesday did a 60 meg update and it broke the wheel machines. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't actually see that update, to be honest. This is the first time that I've managed. I mean, I played it probably for probably about an hour before I started live streaming, so I'm still learning the idiosyncrasies myself, to be honest. But yeah, I changed some tyres out earlier. You know, took the tyres off the rim earlier and not had a problem with it. So have I checked out the shopping list feature? The shopping list feature? No. You're just full of information today, my friend. Where would I find that? Good morning. Good morning to you. Good afternoon and good evening, wherever you may be in this fine world of ours. It's actually afternoon for my neck of the woods. It's 5 PM in this neck of the woods here in Australia. But whatever it is for you and your neck of the woods, I hope you're having a fantastic day. And thanks for dropping by. Certainly appreciate your company. Oh, look at that. We got green lights across the board. Thanks to some fantastic help in chat there. Otherwise, I'd still be struggling and scratching my head. In Germany, it's morning. Well, good morning to you, good sir. Promise is saying what is buggy is when you put the wheels on and they go out of there and I go out the axle on. So you can take out the axle with the wheel on. Yep, that's obviously what I just did then. In the function wheel, there's a shopping list. Okay, that's interesting. Let's go to the function wheel. Shopping list. Parts notes. Tablet. Overview. Move code. Oh, hang on, we've got here. No. In the function wheel, there's a shopping list. There's an inventory. Let's clear out this inventory while we're thinking of that. Get rid of that snot. Romberson, You can put the axle on if you have the wheel already on. Yeah, yeah. Go to shop. Oh wow. Wow, look at that. I presume you... I've never seen that before. Make a right click on the defective part and then you can add it to the part list. Okay. Okay, well we obviously haven't got any on this one because we just finished it. So let's get rid of it and bring this next one in. You guys are just full of information today. Move car to the lifter and let's see what we need to do to this. Parts not discovered. 41% is our magic number. Test path. You haven't used it yet, but depends on how you do it. I might use it. Okay. Well, once we discover what parts we're looking at changing out. Wow, that just red light so high, doesn't it? Way, I'm all over the shop here. That is screaming. Wow, look at the bounce on that thing. That's just rolling terribly. I think the suspension's going to be naked, to be honest, the way that's rolling around. Hit C for external view. That's what I should be doing. I should actually know that because that's what you used for the external view for the drag strip on 2015. Oh wow, a whole bunch of snot. Spinners, springs, drive cylinders, leaf spring, U-bolts. Okay, so we've got some work to do. Is a take-home message. Spinners and U-bolts. Look, let's go down the back for a change and do that one first. Now, we should be able to get to a lot of this stuff without taking the U-bolts, leaf spring plate, 2 U-bolts on those, and then we've got some snot over the side there. So, alright, well let's get these off. Mount, we don't want that, we want to take the damn things off. And I not do that without... Surely I can take those... Oh, I'll take the springs off. I'll take the U-bolts off first, you idiot. Stars, yeah, okay. You and your stars. Obviously I don't like using them very much, but we'll put them on. Yeah, very true there, Rhombus, is that I don't know how they did it in regards to the loading screens, but they are very much quicker. It used to take ridiculously long on 2015. You're absolutely right. Now, I think that's one of the learning curves I think they got out of 2015 is that I mean everyone was just complaining that much about the loading screens that I mean you would have that much of a backlash if they didn't do something. It feels so much more open with car park, paint shop and test path and the barn finds. Okay. Now what have we got to take out this 12 axle, do we? Left spring drive and rear drive axle. Does that whole axle got to come out? Solid rear drive axle looks like it. If that whole thing's got to come out, then no, it doesn't, does it? Why is that only highlighting half that drive axle then? There's that whole rear axle got to come out or not? Because it's the solid drive on one side. Okay, so so it's only one side that needs to come out. Okay. So we've done that one. Don't think there's anything over here. Okay. So I think that's everything. Now you spoke about the shopping list. How do you activate that? Right click on the part. Yep, right clicking on the part now, and unless that's in the inventory, what about if we right click on the part from, well, where the part was? Try that. Right click. Here we go. Add to list. Add part to notebook. No, I can't do that yet. Delete from list. Delete part from notebook. Well, so looks like we may need to research that particular function. Only on the car, not in the inventory. Yep. Right click on the part. It's not working in the inventory list. You must right click on before you take it to the inventory. Yep. Okay. Let's put it back in for a sec. So the part's now back in. You right click on it. Parts notes. Shopping list. Here we go, guys. So before you take the, like you were saying, only on the car, not the inventory, so it's still got to be on the car. Add it to the list. So now that's on the list, we can take it out, of course. Okay, so it's now on our shopping list. I'll find that, see if how you have to unlock a shopping list so you don't even have to have pen and paper. Well, we added to the shopping list, but nothing there. Do I need to be in the parts, the correct parts area for it to be listed? I'm confused. Yeah, no worries at all, Rumba. So thanks for popping by. Careful though, the shopping list doesn't give the parts, give part makes, models required, etc. It's only a reminder of what you need to buy. Parts notes. It says leaf spring plate at the top of the list. Does it really? Ah, you idiot. Yep. It does too. Yep, it just goes to show what happens after, what, close to 3 hours of streaming, you start losing your mind. So you are absolutely correct. and I would say by clicking on here would take it off. Yep. So yeah, to get it on the list, you right click it while it's on the car, but once it's off the car, it looks like you can't actually put it on the shopping list. Which if I'm going to do that there, Big Shot, I need to add the part back on, just for giggles. Add to parts notes. Add to list. Okay. And then let's demount that. Open the shop and then have a look on the right hand side screen. You will see a little tag. Yeah, one was just saying. Yeah, I don't know. I'm yet to sort of see how advantageous a shopping list would be, but yeah, I suppose it would save you. Yeah, okay, it would save you bouncing back and forth. That's probably not a bad thing. Yeah, I can see the advantage in that. Whoops, bit of a loading screen glitch there. What do I need to do here? Car status. Okay. U-bolt. Let's see whether we can fix any yet. No. Okay, let's not. Inventory by condition. So we got 3 U-bolts and an inner 4 U-bolts. Four U-bolts and 2 plates. Start with that. Four U-bolts and 2 plates. So the idea is you go through and add them as you demount them. That makes sense, all the parts, and then you go to the shop and buy the parts on the list. Yep, I can see your point there too. Yep. Let's say go by name. Don't need 4 of those. Got 4 plates. In I thought we had some inners and outers already. Perhaps not. So we want it to inner, 1 inner and leaf spring. Inner, leaf spring. Inner, leaf spring. Plate, I think we put a heap of those. An outer. No. 47 will be fine. Rear axle knuckle housing B. Rear knuckle housing B. Rear shock absorber B. Oops. Rear shock absorber B. One of those. And solid rear drive axle. Solid rear drive axle, one of those. Go by name so you can do it alphabetically. This way they're grouped together. They're grouped two. Okay. Yeah, I think that you did mention that once before when I was playing 15, and I think I mentioned at the time I am used to just doing it via condition, but I do see the advantages in doing it by name. So at the end of the day, you know, both systems works, but I do actually like the way you do it, to be honest. Now, did we put? Think about what you're doing here. Boink. As you move down the inventory, you can move down the shop too, less shuffling up and down. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see your point. I will do my best to remember. You know, you do something for such a long time that it just becomes second nature, and you don't give it much of a much thought as to how you do it and why you do it. So yeah, I will try to do it your way, but don't get too upset if I forget. Got a heap of broken performance parts from the junkyard in my warehouse waiting for the DLC. So you can try to repair them. It's not a bad idea. So we've done that one, we've done that one. I think we know up to this bit here. Wheel cylinder, this makes it in. Solid drive axle. These are brand newy. Yeah, it is what you get used to. Yeah, absolutely right. But I do like the idea of utilising that that shopping list. It will save a lot of, especially on the bigger jobs and you know the restoration jobs. When you got a shit ton of parts and you're trying to remember them, so it will save a lot of going back and forth. You are absolutely correct. Oops. Front? That's the front there. My bearings there for a sec. Go back in, he's going to be fine. Look at that, green lights across the board, that's exactly what we're looking for. Sloppy steering, did those of course, and thanks to one's helpful hints, we knocked that off in a lot quicker time than I first thought. I don't think we've got any spare parts, no, nothing to work on there. Let's check our inventory for any. This is where I think they're sorting by condition. Would be advantageous because obviously you'd put your crap up the top. Yes, I want to do that. Wonder if we've got any points we can. We've got one upgradable point. And look, if I read that correctly, it clocks over to level 7 at 2,349 and we've got 2,323. IDK, how you doing? Great to have you back. As you can see, we have been streaming for quite some time and just starting to clock up there some of these experience, and what I'm trying to do is get this one here 100% faster screwing and unscrewing. Now I know some of these others would be advantageous too, of course, but yeah, quite like the idea of being able to screw. And this is going to sound terrible, but to be able to screw and unscrew a lot quicker. Discount, yeah, that's certainly worth looking at too as well. Oh, not that one. Where are we? This one. The 5% discount in the shop. Yeah, that's a good one too. I think there's a lot of good things. Here goes all 100%. Parts examination there, increasing your success rate of the repair station. Or better chance, or better repair chance. Well, that's very true. I think the better repair chance is certainly helpful, but how many parts have we actually repaired so far, realistically? But some certainly some good pointers there. Look, guys, I'm going to have to wind it up. We have been streaming for a little over 3 hours, and probably getting very close to. Yeah, it's not far off for tea time for us here in this neck of the woods. Shadow Creeper, how you doing, mate? Good to have you on board. Yeah, unfortunately, you've just caught me. I'm just starting to wind things up for the evening. As I was just saying that I have been streaming for quite some time, and tea's probably not that far away at all. So I'll grab another couple of cars ready for next time. Move car over to the car lifter. And let's grab another one, just a random one. Sloppy brake problems, running gear. Let's grab that one for giggles. And so we've got a couple of cars in the garage ready for next time. Look, guys, if you can see of anything that I'm not doing that I should be doing, some great input there by Juan, and on how to utilize some of these functions and features that are in 2018. FX box, how you doing, mate? Car Mechanic has 2018 going. It's going fantastic, actually. I'm just saying they've been streaming 2018 for a little over 3 hours now, and you just come in on the end of it. To be honest, I'm just about to have a bit of a break, bit of a stretch. My guess is we could be back a little bit later. Just really depends on how, after I've had something to eat and as I have a bit of a stretch. So. Look, I want to say, look, thank you very much for everyone that did pop in and say good day. Quite a number of regulars that popped in, a couple of new people. So for those who are new to the channel, very much appreciate your support and dropping by. If you want to see any more content, there's a bunch of content on my channel there. Certainly go and have a look at that. I normally send out a message via Twitter when I do go live, so if you want to be involved with that, then the link's in the description. Look, with that, I want to thank you very much for your company. I certainly do appreciate everyone dropping by, and yeah, no, it's certainly look forward to it in the next one. So thanks again, and yeah, we'll catch you all next time.